What do you think your most favorite piece is at this point?
Ooh, there's so much cool stuff that I have. I think a lot of the unreleased stuff that I have from the LJN or Hasbro line. There's this Rhythm and Blues Greg the Hammer Valentine. If you like Google Rhythm and Blues Greg Valentine, I think like a picture of me comes up because I talk about it so much. There's just this figure that was in some Toys R Us catalog. Long story short, it was never released, never came out. I was able to get my hands on one, so that's like my pride and joy. It's, I'm not even necessarily a fan of Greg the Hammer Valentine. It's just that it's the figure that was in the ad that I thought I didn't have as a kid. That years later you find out never even came out. So to actually have that piece is pretty cool. So I have a couple other prototype things, unreleased things. But that's definitely my favorite piece so far. Besides, like, obviously having my own action figure, which you really can't top that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You got the Moonbelly Kamala at this point too, right?
I do have the Moonbelly Kamala, and that's something where, like, I have it. I feel like I had to get it, but, like, it's not – I wouldn't even say it's in my top 50. It's definitely in my top 5 most expensive. I'll say that. You know what? I could go on record and say it's the most I've spent on an actual figure was that Kamala.
Really?
And, yeah, and I just needed to that's how sick my brain is that I needed to have it. But I don't even really like it because I feel like there's so many of them out there. I think there's like 12 or 24 or something like that. But there's a good number of them out there. But like as a kid, like I didn't think I needed the Moonbelly Kamala because the Kamala came out. So now of course you learn about it. But that's why there's like, for instance, I have like this J.C. Penney unreleased Macho Man in green trunks instead of orange. Like that one is cool. There's a tugboat figure I have, really cool, never came out. So I'm more of like into the stuff that never came out,
right.
That was supposed to come out, that never came out. I did have a lot of prototypes and pre-production stuff of stuff that was released, but I ended up selling most of that because it's like, all right, like I have the Bushwhackers. Do I need the hand-painted resin Bushwhackers? Not really. You know what I'm saying? I had to make some cuts eventually.
Did Bushy buy those?
I don't think so. It's possible. It's weird because, like, you know how it is. It's like this underground community of like diehard collectors. You know what I'm saying? So like people think like I go to eBay. I'm on eBay every day. Every day there's something coming from eBay, but it's never anything like super rare or anything. It's just stuff that I want,
right.
or like garbage from my childhood that now I want back. You know what I'm saying? Like we talked about earlier. But the majority, I would say like 90% of my high-end stuff I've gotten from private collectors such as yourself, like the Diesel drawing or the other Hasbro drawings, or in like Facebook groups, like the Facebook Marketplace and the collector groups on Facebook. That's where I've gotten most of my stuff, is all those like Facebook groups. So that's where I would say, like, you can go on eBay right now and find like tons of stuff, but collectors put them on there at these ridiculous prices, like they know they're never going to get.
Right.
And then like I believe it's so that people message them and then they're like, oh, I also have this, and this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is smart, I guess, because really just you're using that listing as an advertisement of the other stuff that you have,
Yeah.
But like, yeah. I've never put like a prototype like on eBay. I just go to like the Facebook groups and stuff like that. I think that's where you find like the real collectors. And I also with eBay, you got the eBay fee, the PayPal fee. It's like, oh
yeah,
F that. You know what I'm saying? No way.
And I had when I got those all that original artwork from Ron Rudat at Hasbro, I had the hardest time getting people to even acknowledge what it was. Like everybody thought it was fake. Nobody realized what it was.
Right.
They didn't understand what it was and everything. And then when I hooked up with you, all of a sudden, like that was the whole thing. Then that started that tidal wave.
Right.
Where those sheets went from, a couple $100 to a couple thousand by the time we were done.
And it's funny you say,
asking me,
right.
What do you got left? It's nothing.
It's funny you say fake because, like, for instance, the tugboat that I got was online for like, I don't want to say dirt cheap, but for pretty cheap, and nobody was buying it because everyone, and I say everyone, is all these so-called like diehard collectors who knew nothing about prototypes just kept saying fake, 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 fake. And then when I finally, like, even I saw this thing years ago, and I just, oh, everyone's saying it's fake, it's fake. And then when I started getting into the prototypes and actually holding prototypes and taking prototypes apart, because a lot of them, can just come apart, or they're super glued, or they're not super glued. You can actually take them apart and see the resin and see how things are painted. And I realized, like, this tugboat is not fake. This is real, So I was able to get it at a good price. And then I was also able to find, because that was the 2-up tugboat, like the giant one. I was able to find the regular scale tugboat, unpainted, like a polyurethane sample. And then I got the sample first, and that's when I realized, oh my God, that 2-up is real, because I was able to match everything up. And I'm like, this is legit. And I was able to track it down and get it. And now, if I wanted to sell, I could make a lot of money. But like, that's something I don't buy to resell. That's something I buy for me.
Right.
And it's funny because people just thought it was fake and just didn't do enough research, like there's another thing, this I think it's a Mega Maniacs Brutus beefcake that was also like on the internet for years. People thought fake. And then it was offered to me for $2,000, which is a lot of money, but for a prototype, something that's never come out, it's not that much money. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to buy this right now, and I'm going to do my research. And if I lose, all right, that was a gamble,
Right.
I was able to prove through all these different sources, and I found all this other material, these like giant proof sheets. I was able to prove that it was real. So it's like, people have to be willing to do the research. And will I get burned one day? Well, when something turns out to be fake, I'm sure it's going to happen. Like, there's no way I'm going to have this perfect track record. But luckily, I've been fortunate to be able to find some great deals. And of course, there's certain things that I paid way more than I should have for, but it's supply and demand. If there's only one out there, what are you going to do? And there's certain things that I've tried to get and had been outbid, because, everybody's got a price and everybody has a limit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Yeah, and I think once they see your
game.
name, if they see you're interested in it, they're probably going to jack it up a little bit. Where it used to
100.
give
See,
you-
that's a double-edged sword. Is that sometimes people have something or know of somebody who has something, they come to me, which is good, because okay, now I have like first crack. But it could also be bad because they might think I'm like this billionaire, I can just drop whatever, which is not true at all.
Right.
And last year there was this orange card Lex Luger that you have the drawing for.
Yep.
Someone actually found the figure, and it was on eBay. And I suspected, well, first of all, everyone probably knew I was bidding on it, which I was. But I suspected that I suspected the guy was only outbidding me to try to flip it on me afterwards, and I was right. He outbid me. And then he tried flipping it on me for like a couple more. So I think it went for like a little over $8,000, which is insane.
Yeah.
I lost. And then he tried to flip it on me for like 10 or 12,000. I said, dude, no way. Like, no way. I'm no sucker. You know what I'm saying? So I passed on that. And then he has since sold it for that. So it's like, the market is incredible right now.
And that there wasn't any trail on either that Luger or the Doink as far as there actually being paint masters or anything on those figures. So I mean, as far as we knew, it was just the color sheets that I had. That you didn't? Did you get either one of the color sheets for the Doink or Luger?
No, I just have the diesel. But
Diesel,
you
okay.
So yeah, I do believe they are real. I ended up winning the Doink. I do believe they are real. Is there a chance they're fake? Maybe, I guess, right? I mean, who knows? I do believe they're real, but it's crazy that all of these years later, we're finding these things,
Yeah.
Like when you found those color sheets for those Hasbros, the orange card, you like blew up the wrestling figure community. You know what I'm saying? It's like these figures that were rumored for years. And then even on those color sheets, if you actually look at them, because I was looking at the diesel one a couple of months ago, it says that they're UK exclusive, which nobody
Right.
talked about, that these orange cards were going to be UK exclusives, but it clearly says it on those color sheets. And also, I think it was like Lee's Toy Review, like back in the day. That's where the orange card rumor first started, and they mentioned it there too. So it's like, if you do the research, there's stuff there, You just got to be a real crazy son of a bitch like you and I.
Back in those Lee's action figure review days, there was I used to talk to the guys at Hasbro about the Hasbro series, and I think what series was Razor and Crush?
It's like the yellow card. I forget which number it is, but it's like the yellow card.
Yeah. They, I was talking to them because I was actually trying to find out more information about the new Star Wars stuff coming out because it wasn't released yet. And the guy was saying, like, it's like Luke Skywalker, but he's on steroids, or Darth Vader and he's on steroids. And he wasn't wrong. They were highly exaggerated in the build. But we were talking about the wrestling line as well because it was still active. And I told him that I was doing custom pieces at home. And, oh, well, who are you using for this? And I tell him, whatever the everything but the kitchen sink, different parts and boiling and popping.
Right.
And Razor Ramo is one of them. Trying to think of who else was in there, which was actually, I used a Texas Tornado out of that, at least for the head sculpt, and then different body parts. I forget what it was. But sure enough, 6 months later, everything that we talked about was announced to be, coming up.
That's crazy.
Like, yeah, I'll never get credit for that at all, but
No.
It was totally discussed. So I think because we did a Tornado's head on a Macho Man, might have been Macho King body, and it was pretty close to the Razor build.
I mean, that's exactly what Razor is. It's like a Macho King with the vest molded on.
Yeah.
It's even got the hole in the hand to hold the scepter.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
It was pretty funny to see how that all came about.
Yeah.
But
I never knew that.
Those figures are now outselling all the vintage Star Wars figures, all the Hasbro stuff.
It's wild. It's absolutely crazy, the Hasbro prices and the LJN prices recently. It's like, because I've been trying to get the Hasbros all mint on card. I have them all out of the package. I've been trying to get them all on package. And I was able to make a deal and get the whole set I got from some people. But there's a lot of like carding variants. So some of the cards I have are not the particular cards that I want.
Right.
So I'm trying to even like a team like the Rockers, who were like warming the pegs originally. Now to get the Rockers on a nice original card, it's like $250, which is insane to me. Like, I know we just talked about something that was like, 8,000, and now I'm saying 200 is a lot, but it's all, it's all context. You know what I'm saying? $200 for
give
the
them
Rockers.
Away for $10.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Right.
Yeah.
And now to get one, to even find one on a mint card is over $200. It's wild.
It's nuts. So
it's a dangerous game.
Yeah. Slippery slope for sure.
Absolutely.
I won't even tell you how much I spent this morning on the Collector Con page for Walmart, and they didn't even have pictures of the things up yet. It was just Hasbro logos.
I saw I saw that. Yeah.
So I have no idea what's coming, but I guess in October it actually gets here, I'll be surprised.
Yeah, I mean, luckily now, like Walmart and even Target, they're doing like the pre-orders online, and I just did that for like the retro Ghostbusters. Mm-hmm. So like it's not bad, So now you don't have to like beat people up in those toy aisles to get what you want. If you're lucky to get through online, you can get them to your house, which then you just also got to hope they come in nice condition too. And there's not just like a sticker on the bubble or that if the package is crushed. So it's a gamble. It's a gamble.
Yeah. I put a video up the other week. There was a package, say if it's a carded figure like that, it came in a box that was about that big. It would have been perfect for it. Just slide it into the box. Yeah. Instead, they took the figure and they folded the card in half and stuck it into the box ways. Like, that took time. Like, that wasn't just a rush job. They took some effort to totally screw that up.
Yeah, I mean, I literally get a different package every day. And there are some people who are real pros in packing stuff up. And there's some people who are like, what the F are you doing?
Yeah.
Like getting like I know it's like that. Like sometimes I get the Power of the Force figures and I was like rebuying those Power of the Force 2, and it would be in like an envelope. Like what if I wanted to keep this in package? Like you're shipping it in an envelope. Of course, it's gonna be crushed, destroyed.
Yep.
It's wild to me.
It is. Well, send me your want list and I'll see what I could dig up for you.
Oh yeah, I would have a field day in your garage. You have so much stuff in there. You have like so many duplicates. Last time I was there, I'm like, how do you have all this stuff?
Well, come on over. Door's open for you. Not anybody else.
Well, I appreciate that.